Welcome, fire signs. This is going to be your weekly reading. To speak Olin Odinson. Welcome to my channel, lovely kindred. If you are kindred, um, if you're not, join the kindred family. We would welcome you greatly. Um, but fire signs, I apologize that all the signs are being in just conjuncted this weekly, but we're falling behind schedule. Forgive me, and yeah, we're falling behind schedule is pretty much it. I spoke on this on the water sign reading. I don't think I'm going to continue this. Um, the elements reading because we just fell behind the schedule this week, but it might happen again next week. But in any case, whatever happens is meant to happen. So yeah, let's move forward with the message. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's start shuffling the deck. Alright, so we have the fairy who's kissed by the pixies and she of the cruel. This is big love. This is receiving big love. So I am getting a very positive oh oh my gosh. I wanted to say it twice, but they stopped me twice. It's like, okay, so since there's three different signs here, this is understatement that this is a general reading, but I'm just getting this weird vibe that a relationship is going better than you think. A lot better than you think. A lot better than you think. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, I just thump as I say that. This is a gloominous doom. Some of you are accepting something that isn't for you to accept. An emotion is coming up out of fear. I am sensing uh, an emotion is coming up out of fear via certain patterns, ways of thinking that you may not have dealt with up until this point. And that's why there is a loud necessity to focus and discern certain not relationships, perhaps discern why you have experienced certain relationships in your lifetime, for some of you, but mainly it's discerning the emotions within thyself, why you have said emotions about a certain relationship or relationships, and just see where all of those emotions are stemming from. It's either going to stem from a place of love or fear. For some of you, there are certain tendencies uh, where certain emotions are stemmed from fear, and because of that, they might be too possessive. I don't know if someone's dealing with a possessive relationship, or someone in this reading might be a little too possessive because of a fear-based emotion, thought. And that seems to be the main message here, with needing to discern why certain emotions are surfacing, and to evaluate whether it is coming from a place of love or fear. If you check my description box, I say choose love, not fear. So lovely how this message is coming out for you guys right here and now. Because regardless of all that, remember, I wanted to say something earlier. I don't know if I did say it actually. This relationship is better than you think it is, yeah. But for some reason, something is stopping you from even saying that. Something is stopping you from even believing that, because you're too focused on what could go wrong, or how can you control the situation better. You don't want a slave as a partner. You want a partner, don't you? Now, let's put the cards down. I love this rune over here. I'm just not going to talk about the runes and their names, because I'm not doing that in every video. But this rune alone, this does speak of a lot of things, but the longevity of a certain relationship, essentially the longevity of a certain life cycle, that energy being present, I am seeing a long-term relationship here and a breakthrough with this relationship as well. For some of you, there seems to be a breakthrough that's unfolding with this relationship. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Um, let's see if I can do this without it going. Okay. Oh my god. This is a freaking risky business right here. But with the last one over there, that's kind of like the last thing that happens. All right. So the first two things that happen over here is dealing with your emotions, dealing with the flow, dealing with why things are the way they are, and how to make this relationship or situation, career, whatever, how to make it long term, which seems to be the main ending event over here with the Jeddah and Daigas. Not Daigas. I forget this one. It's like Daiga, whatever. There's just many different. I don't know if it's Anglo-Saxon or Germanic. Daigas. I think it's Daigas. Yeah. Anyway, there seems to be a breakthrough when it comes to the longevity of a certain situation, and it comes via discerning your emotions and why they're happening, and just processing your emotions. Some of you, I just heard, some of you might have issues with your gut, with grounding as well. This came up as I was saying that. It just flipped out just like that. You guys might be needing to work on grounding your emotions, essentially taking the time to do that as well. Um, yeah, I am just getting with the undressing of a salad over here with too many things happening at once. I am being drawn to the two individuals here that are both maneuvering this chaos. They're so focused on the balls that they're catching that they're not they don't even know that they're both helping each other out. Okay? So interesting. Whatever situation, relationship that I'm tapping into over here, I'm seeing two individuals who are putting in the work, who are putting in the effort, doing doing a lot actually to make this relationship work. But the other one isn't seeing what the other one is doing, and vice versa. They're both not seeing the hard work that the two variables in this relationship equation are not seeing that both individuals are in fact contributing to the relationship in a very helpful manner, because their focus is on the chaos. They forget to just say, oh look, the other person's there also putting in the work. um, Thank you. Okay, now it's making more sense. I feel like in the heat of the moment, in the heat of doing whatever it is you're doing to help make this relationship work, it's like I'm just seeing someone like catching these balls. Like, man, I'm always the one who's catching these balls, man, and then, and how that's unfolding. Also, for some of you, now it's transforming into what they were trying to speak on before, with needing to discern which emotions are beneficial and which aren't, and that has to do with are some of you focusing on what needs to be worked physically more than what needs to be worked emotionally? That might be the case. Uh, yeah, that might be the case for some of you. Some of you, I'm getting this the situation, whatever specifically. Uh, the relationship that I'm reading for, the situation that I'm reading for. Dang, I almost kind of lost it because I was focusing on who I'm reading for. Shuzne. Nope, it's coming back. Vroom, vroom, come back, come back, come back. Yes, okay. So your focus may have been too much on the physical and what needs to be done, because someone here, I don't know who it is, probably both. Relationships always mirror each other. When that realization comes to play, that's when things get real. Because then you're like, oh, damn. When you realize how much work you have to do, then that means that's how much work the other person has to do. You're like, oh, okay, no, put that blindfold, pretty much, right? But it can only be that way if one chooses not to look at it in a place of love. Bingo, full circle with that message. You can get excited about what it is that you guys have to do together. I'm going to move the camera. I just hope it doesn't hit the mic. All you hear is air. Okay. Oh my god, I lost it again. Fudge. Excuse me, guys. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. Shiznit. Anyway, we're gonna call it back. Okay, so we were talking about yes, focusing on it working. I am so sorry. I hate when this happens. The physical world. I'm getting distracted by the physical world. How hot it is in this room. Maintaining the fan in my direction. Ugh. Anyway, that I'm probably gonna reflect that for your message here too. Yeah, we will. Thank you. It's getting too distracted about thank you. It's getting too distracted about what needs to be done. I'm like, something will always need to be cleaned. Something will always need to be cleaned. If you are living, you are using what you have. What is used, if not cleaned, gets rusted. It's a never-ending cycle of life. It's beautiful, all right? If stuff was squeaky clean all the time, there would be nothing to clean. Life would kind of be boring. Life would kind of be boring. But life is fun. Life is fun because of controlling the chaos and coming out of the chaos always. So, with all that being said, you looking at the situation, what needs to be worked on from a place of fear, you're always going to find a reason to be in that controlling state, in that, oh, no, it must be this way. Oh, why did you do it like that? If you did it like this, stuff like that. So, when you recalibrate your mind, you ground your emotions into a loving space, into that Shiv the Kruak energy that was here earlier. If you allow it to be in a space of love, all that you have perceived as fearful in the past will now be all that you can love, all that is now allowed, all that can be worked on from a loving space. And with that, you guys can work together to build this long-term relationship, to allow this to be long-term. To see the dawn, essentially. Ooh, whoa. My appendix, or where my appendix was, buzzed when I did that. Don't know why. Just gonna leave that there. But as I said that, you guys are walking into a dawn. I'm waiting for a couple of you. You guys are walking into a dawn. A lovely, lovely new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. Yeah, it's all that. It's a new dawn and it's a new day for this relationship. As I said that, this card flew out. Back the footer. Yeah. It's something was up in the ether, up in the space. It's putting your foot down. This is what were we talking about? Grounding. You guys need to ground your emotions so bad. So freaking bad. We have two earthy like energies here. The open and the factor footer. This is putting your foot down with your emotions. And then we just have this lovely ancient I almost said grizzly. I don't know if you're a person who gives you grizzly vibes. Anyway, with the Oakman here, it's more of the same with the grounding energy. You will become a lot more wise than you would expect yourself to become just by grounding your emotions. If it's something that you haven't done in a really long time, you doing it just 1 second, but truthfully and hopefully with your being and your soul, That's when essentially the breakthrough, the dawn, shall arise in the situation. It's like an instantaneous epiphany about, okay, things are a lot better than I previously thought they were. Boom. Now the relationships move forward. Relationships. I don't know why that keeps coming. More than one. That's like relationships in your entire life with family, friends, and partner, essentially. Okay. Okay. I love when they do this, like, pick me, pick me, pick me. The feline. So this is a completing of a cycle here, but I cut it. It was cut into, before we speak on what's at the bottom of the deck over here, did another card flip out? Or did we put it, hello? What? I don't know where the other card went. I think I put it back in the deck. Oh, it never came out. It was at the bottom of the deck. Silly me. But anyway, the feline, pairing out just to emphasize the message that you really need to complete something, a cycle within yourself, a certain paddle. Why did I say paddle? Paddle your way into the direction that you're meant to be going towards. Anyway, stopping yourself from repeating a certain pattern over and over and over again because you didn't listen to your emotions and what your emotions were truly trying to tell you. Whenever, that's the thing, whenever we feel a certain way, it's always sparked and triggered because of something. If we catch it on very early and it's love-based, you accept it. There's just this constant stream of love going back and forth. But when a certain emotion rises and it doesn't stop, it keeps going off in that static-y direction, is because that emotion is repeatedly trying to tell you, okay, this is the trigger, and this is what you need to do to stop the trigger from being a trigger. Okay? So, bottom of the deck, though, we have the Piper. So this is, I feel like this might be your person or your partner calling you in, coaxing you with lovely music, either telepathically or just with their whole being. They might be a musician of some sort, drummer, guitarist, singer, poet, however it is. I'm just getting whoever this person is in your life, they have a very sweet way of wording things. A very sweet way, not wording things. That would be the poet, but his energy is present as well. But anyway, this person in general just has a sweet way of calling you in. Pretty much, that's what we were trying to say. It has a sweet way of calling you in. And I feel like they want... Look, there's that courage that we were talking about earlier. They want Fire Sign Collective, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The message that they want you to... Spirit wants you to hear right now is to allow yourself to feel safe in being pulled in this direction that you are being pulled in. With the Singer of Courage, what we were trying to say earlier, it's having the courage to face what needs to be worked on. Thank you. I can't really snap with this finger. I'm learning. Thank you. Okay. It's having the courage to face what it is that you need to work on with this person and not blaming them for anything that hasn't happened or has yet to happen. It's looking at the garbage underneath the carpet with kind of a sense of joy, like, oh, you get to clean it with this person that you're in, with this person that you're in, with this person that you're in a relationship in. You guys get to do this together. It's looking at it from that higher perspective. It's looking like, oh, we get to clear all the dirty things together. And then bottom of the deck, I like this way of reading Fairy, just... Anyway, Iris of the Rainbow, bottom of the deck. This is... She never promises that the storm will never come again, but she does give you that sense, that inevitable that hope that speaks of an inevitable positive outcome. And I feel like this has to do with the day that's dawning on this relationship. Even though you can't see it physically, just ground your emotions, put your foot down with yourself, with your own emotions, ground it all. Interesting. The water sign message came in. Uh, Maybe with asserting yourself, their message was with asserting yourself in a relationship. But for I didn't want to speak on it because that's more so for them. It was more individualized. For you guys, it's together. So I feel like maybe you guys are just needing to really put your foot down with is this a relationship, whatever it is, not putting a label on it, but do you have intent for it to be long term or not? Is that putting your foot down with that essentially? Wow. Okay. Yep. Let's see any other last minute fairies that would like to join us. Okay. Yeah, it's legit. The message that we were talking about earlier. Be careful not to allow fear-based emotions to convince you that something else needs to be worked on. Don't let any other outside energy, whether this comes from a person, an advisor, even so someone you've received information from a long time, don't let anything tell you what you need to do when it comes to this relationship. You know what you need to do. It's to ground your emotions, and you are going to be your own best guide over here. Yep, you're going to be your own best guide with Nellis the Alchemist. She has a path ahead of her. It's focused. It's this direction and this direction only. Anything that tries to fly in and tries to tell you, no, you got to be going this way, it's going to be alchemized by the violet flame. Lovely. All right. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Look, I did that again, and she's back. She's back. There's a lot of hope in this situation, more than you think there is. Just ground your emotions. See this from a higher perspective. Don't pay attention to energies, and don't allow yourself to subside into energies that are asking you to do something that is not even meant for you're not even meant to do. Focus on what needs to be worked on. Don't find something to be worked on in order to avoid what really needs to be worked on. Okay? Lovely Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This was your weekly reading for this week. Whenever you're watching this message, lovely. If this resonated, feel free to like, or if you simply enjoy it, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the kindred, join the kin family. And until lovely next weekly, I say to you, travel safely through the night into... Oh wait. Travel safely through the night, the mind, into the light of the divine. Until the next weekly, I'll see you then. I say to you with this arrow of love and hope. Iris over here. Wait. With this lovely arrow of hope that I love it. I say to you.